So guys, welcome to this Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm gonna showcase today one of my most important champions. It's Ghostborn. This guy is amazing in Arena. He's the one who shines and goes second after my Seeker. So let's get on to it. The first thing with Ghostborn is that I have him at enough speed so that he can go right after Seeker. So at 205 speed, he goes second. So the important thing here is that I have 4 pieces of gear. I know these are not optimal yet, but they give him enough speed to be at 205 and go before most of the enemies I find in gold 3. And then I have some accuracy gear on him. You might see the boots I have speed. At 5 stars you get 40 speed, which is amazing. And the shield I have gives me lots of accuracy and speed, which I need in order to apply my debuffs. So in total I have 205 speed and 141 accuracy, which I think accuracy needs to go a bit higher. For Arena, at least maybe 200 will be so that I never miss any of my spells. I never get resisted. So for Ghostborn, you don't really care about critical rate or critical damage, because when we go over to his skills, look at his skills. Energy Bolt. Energy Bolt says attacks one enemy has a 50% chance of placing a 60% decreased debuff for 2 turns. This is his basic attack, which is amazing for after everything happens. After you use all your specials, you just use your default skill and have a small chance of actually decreasing defense on the enemy for more turns. I rarely use this because if by the time I finish using my AoE, everyone's alive, then this is not as helpful as the other spells. The most helpful spell Ghostborn has is Ancestral Spirits. You can see here, this spell attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted. This means if you have 100% chance to apply the debuff, then this debuff will always apply. And additionally, it places a 50% increased attack buff on all allies. You see, this is amazing because even if I had Ghostborn at 0 accuracy, then if I had my this skill fully leveled up, then he would never miss applying his debuff by having enemies resist. So that's great. But the important thing is also having Petrify. This skill also applies a heal reduction debuff on enemies. I have a 100% chance to apply it, but this goes through the accuracy check, so I need accuracy on him as well. What I could do is if I manage to get another legendary tome and max his skill, I could use more damage gear on him, so he does much more damage at the start to help my Aethel and Kel kill the enemies much faster. So now we'll look at the masteries I have on him. We open the page. For offense, I have 5% crit chance on him, which is a standard thing. Even though he doesn't do much damage, I only want him for the debuff and buff. I still have the critical chance because this does not give much difference in comparison to 5% crit chance. Then we go for the 10% additional damage, which is one of the best masteries to have. Then we go to 5% increased damage when attacking with full HP, because Ghostborn will always go second, and so he will attack with having full HP. Then we go down the tree. Increases damage inflicted to targets with less than 40% HP. After my Aethel and Kel goes, Ghostborn will have some enemies probably with HP less than 40%, so this actually helps him a lot in order to reduce their health to 0, so I can win. And then I have increased damage inflicted by 6% when attacking targets with higher max HP. Although Ghostborn doesn't have that much HP, usually it's tanks that have much higher HP than him. So this might not be helpful at every case, but it is helpful since in Arena tanks are the last ones to go down. So you get more damage on them, which is great. And now, I have not unlocked these yet, but what I'm planning on is having this skill on him. Increases damage inflicted by 6% in the arena. This is amazing for him because it's another 6% increase, and with the possibility to stack up to 12%. I'm just gonna need 200 scrolls in order to upgrade this. And after that, I'm not sure which route I'm gonna go. If I'm gonna go War Master, Helm Smasher, or Giant Slayer. I think I'll go War Master, since it's almost the same as Giant Slayer, as far as I understand. But that's a long way to go, since I need to farm Minotaur much more. And then we go to the support tree. You should ignore the defense tree because it's not that important. You go for the accuracy first because, as I said, he needs it to apply his other skills, which is the healing reduction and the basic decreased defense. Then we have increases accuracy by 20 when he has no cooldowns, has no skills on cooldown. This always happens when Ghostborn goes first. He'll use his AoE debuff. He won't have any skills on cooldown, so this increase in accuracy will apply on him. Then we use the increase accuracy by 4, so you get 16 more accuracy. So by now you get 10, then another 20, you get 30, another 16, you get 46 more accuracy just from this tree. Then you can either go this way or this way. It does not matter for Ghostborn because he both casts a debuff and a buff on you. So either way, you can choose rapid response or arcane celerity. It does not matter. So you have the same chance to increase the turn meter through either way. But I went this route to increase the turn meter when a buff is cast, because this spell also, this mastery also gives me a small chance to decrease the cooldown of a random skill. It's very small chance, so it's not a super important mastery, but when it happens, it's very nice. And then Lore of Steel, I have this on because of the accuracy set and speed set. You get a small boost, which is important in the case of speed, because even one speed more than the enemy will help you outspeed them and go first. And then for the last mastery on this tree, which I'm planning to go to, I think I will go for this mastery. Has a 30% chance to extend the duration of any debuff cast by this champion. Although it's roughly 1 in every 3, having decreased defense debuff on the enemies for 1 more turn, it's really good and should help both my Aethel and kill all my enemies. So thanks guys for watching. I hope this showcase of my Ghostborn helps you understand roughly what you need to do to build him up, and I'll see you around. Thanks.